Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this SH Figuarts character, and it is Loki from Avengers. And there's the box, and the figures right next to it. But show you guys the box first, and then on the back, shows a couple of pictures, so let's get into it. Alright, so here we have Loki outside of packaging, and let's go over the accessories first. It comes with a shortened staff, and then here's the long staff. With a bunch of hands, and then his cuffs, and we have the tesseract, his other head sculpt with his mouth covered, and the third head sculpt, which is smiling head sculpt, and the helmet is removable, and an extra hairpiece. Okay, and here's Loki. And if you have this figure, you might notice something a little different on mine than it is on yours. You'll notice the cape is tucked in nicely, and I did a little modification to it. It is a permanent modification, but it makes the cape look a lot better where it doesn't flare out on both sides. Alright, then here's the backside of Loki, and you can see the cape. It has a couple of folds, one on each side mainly. I went ahead and glued those pieces down with the crazy glue, so that's why it's staying put. Otherwise, it will just completely flare out on the side, on both sides, and it makes it look quite unpleasing. So basically what I did was I added a dab of glue in between this section of the fabric and that section of the fabric right in between, and then I just fold it down, and after a few seconds, there we go, it's permanent, so you won't be able to take that apart. If I do try to rip it apart, I will see residue of glue all over the fabric. But I actually like it this way better, so it doesn't flare out as much, this cape, because I don't think we've ever seen it completely flare out, so I'm okay with that little modification I did with Loki here. And this figure is really nice. He has a lot of layers going on. You can see the cape, it's the outer layer, and then we have the trench coat thingy. And then inside, we have the actual body. So yeah, there's quite a bit of layering with this figure, and I think they did a fantastic job with it, and the detailing too. Okay, let's see if we could do a close-up of it. Gauntlet, armor, they painted really nicely. Does have that gold color with kind of a dirty wash to it, which makes everything stand out quite nicely. And on the inside, there we go. And it is soft plastic, rubbery plastic, for this coat and also the skirt as well, and then the strap as well. However, this figure does have its flaw, and it is a really big one. Alright, so once you put Loki next to someone, you would notice that he is a lot shorter. He and Thor are supposed to be same height, but here you can see he's almost he's more than half a head shorter than Thor here, which is quite disappointing, to say the least. Now this figure does have legs where you can lower them, and once I lower them, here's how much taller he is. He is still almost half a head shorter than Thor here. I mean, it's a little bit better, but still not as good. Wish he was a little bit taller. He should have been same height as Thor. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this figure. Not sure why they made him so small. And here I have Cap next to him too. And Thor, I mean, Loki is supposed to be taller than Cap, but Cap is a little tall. At least they should all be the same height. But I think Loki is supposed to be taller than Cap. But you can see he is the shortest of them all. Alright, here I got Loki with the smiling face and the helmet on, and you could kind of tell he needs a longer neck. I think that's what he needed. A longer neck would have helped a little bit, but the head sculpt is nice though. I mean, the smiling head, I mean, it looks really nice. It's painted nicely too. Even the pupils. And those eyes are printed, but it's much better than the Batman, because the Batman, the '89 Batman, you could barely see the eyes, and this one you could clearly see the eyes, and they are pretty sharp too. So the way they printed this out, it's much better. And a good look at the helmet that he has on, and it does separate into two pieces. You could kind of see the seam line right there. Those are the horns, and you'll have to switch out the hair piece in order for this helmet head to come to go on the neck joint there. And here I got him with the mouth covered, and to recreate that scene from Endgame where he was holding on to the Tesseract and disappeared. So here he is. You can see he could grab the Tesseract with both hands, and the cuffs are on him, and you have to remove the hands first in order to put the cuffs on, but there you go. I think all three head sculpts turned out amazing. Quite good for something that size, and I think it's the best Loki 112 figure we have gotten, well, at least likeness wise. And here I got the helmet without the face on. You can see there's a peg system in there. So if you take out the face, if you want to display the helmet, you might have to do it at an angle, certain angle, in order for it to not break the illusion of something inside there. Alright, so in the description it does say that for him to hold on to the staff, you have to take it apart, and it's supposed to come apart in the middle right there. So you can see there's a peg system there, and then once you have this apart, then you can loop the hand through it and then plug this back in. And it should cover it up perfectly, just like that. So it's actually really nice. I think they did a really good job with it. And it is translucent plastic. You can see the Mind Stone right there is translucent. And then same with this one. The long one, I am not able to take this apart just yet. I didn't want to force it, but yeah, for some reason it will not come apart for me. So I don't want to break it, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Most of the time I'm just going to have him hold a short one, the short staff, and here's the long staff. It's quite nice too. Nicely painted, and again, translucent gem right there. Alright, and as far as articulation, let's see. Head is on a ball joint, but it is hindered by this hairpiece right here. So he is limited to no looking up and looking down a little bit. That much. And he can turn left and right just a little bit because the hair does get in the way as well. And then he does have a ball jointed shoulder that goes all the way to the torso section. And then there is a hinge joint built in, and it allows you to swivel the arm. There's no bicep swivel. And then there is a single jointed elbow. You can bend a little over 90, just a tad bit, and then he has ball hinge wrists. And then as for the torso, there's one on the chest right here. There's a ball joint there, but it's quite limited. And same with the abdominal section. There's another ball joint right there. And then as for the legs, it is hidden, but it is on a ball joint, and you could lower these legs too. As for the knee, it's on single joint, but it could give you a little over 90 degrees. And then ball hinge ankle, and it allows not even any pivot, and he does have toes articulation. And here's one last look at Loki, and I ended up giving him the smiling face for the end of this video. And as far as figure wise, I think it's a really impressive figure. The way they did all the detailing on the outfit, there's a lot of stuff going on in his outfit here, and I'm glad they were able to capture most, if not most of the stuff. I mean, I didn't look at the outfit side by side with the screen capture or anything like that, but I think it looks quite good. The only issue I have is the shortness of how he is. He is quite a bit shorter than all the other Marvel characters. He's half a head shorter than Thor, just so you know. And but overall, he's still a very impressive figure, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. So there you have it. There's the Loki figure from Avengers 1, and thanks for watching.